Hi there, this is the first guitar solo to Bop Street by Gene Vincent. I've got it broken down into 4 separate phrases, and I'm going to play those up to speed and slow, and we'll add tablature to the screen. The first phrase is going to look like this. Okay, so we're playing over this chord progression. It's G, A, D. And what he's doing there is he's kind of outlining some of these chords. Right there, we're over G. And then that's just basically part of an A chord. And then D, that's the tonic of the chord we're playing over. So let's take a look at the individual notes here. We have a hammer-on from the 3rd to 5th fret on the B string, and then we play the 3rd fret on the 1st string. Okay, and then we're doing our minor major 3rd, which would be 6 and 7 on the high E string. Okay, and then we're going to be at this A note at the 5th fret on the E string, then the G note at the 3rd fret, and then to the E on the 5th fret of the 2nd string. So far we have this. Okay, and then we're going to be in this little A triad, which would be 6 on the 3rd string, and then 5 on the next 2 consecutive strings. Okay, and then we're going to be on this D note at the 7th fret of the 3rd string. And that concludes phrase 1. Let's take a look at that again. Remember, the notes kind of have to swing. We don't want it to sound like this. It should be a little snappy kind of phrasing. Okay, then we're on phrase 2. Phrase 2 is going to look like this. That's just basically a variation on what we just did in phrase 1, with the ending being exactly the same. So let's break that down. So that starts out with a hammer-on pull-off combination at the 5th and 6th fret of the high E string. So that's 5, 6, 5, hammer, pull. And then we're going to do this G note to the 3rd fret, and then 5 and 3, which would be the E and D note on the 2nd string. Okay, then we're going to be on this C note, the 5th fret of the 3rd string. And then we're going to do this minor to major 3rd from the 3rd to the 4th fret. And then we're going to be on the D note, 3rd fret of the 2nd string. So let's take a look at that again. Okay, and then we're back to this. Okay, so if we take everything we have so far, phrase 1 and phrase 2, it's going to look something like this. Okay, that leads us into phrase 3. Phrase 3 is going to look like this. Okay, so that's taken us from our G to G7 to C chord in the progression. In fact, you can even see kind of a C chord shape here at the end. So let's take a look at that. So we have this G note, then we have a bend release at the E note, kind of bending up to an F, bring it back down to an E, the 5th fret of the 2nd string. Okay, and then we'll be on this D note at the 3rd fret. And then we have B at the 4th fret of the G string, open G, and then E at the 2nd fret of the 4th string. Okay, and then we're sliding in to this D note at the 5th fret of the A string. Okay, and then we're on the C shape. And we're just doing the 5th string twice, the 4th string of the C chord, and then the 2nd string, 1st fret. Okay, so that's phrase 3. Slow. And then we're going to be on phrase 4. So let's take a look at that. That starts off with a hammer-on pull-off combination at the 2nd fret on the 3rd string, A to B flat. And then we're going to catch that open G string with an upstroke. And then do E and D, E being the 2nd fret of the 4th string, and then the 4th string open. And then we're going to do this, which is just open, 3rd, 4th on the 3rd string, and then 3rd fret on the 2nd string. Okay, and then we'll end it with this. That's just the D note, the 5th fret of the 5th string, the E note, the 7th fret of the 5th string, and then we have this F sharp note at the 4th fret of the 4th string, and then the G note at the 5th fret of the 4th string. So it's 5, 7, 4, 5. You play it one time slow. Alright, so that's the first guitar solo to Bop Street. I'll see you in the next episode where we look at the 2nd guitar solo. That one has some Travis picking and some cool stuff in it. So looking forward to that. We'll see you then. Bye.